What?
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
It's not his speed, he must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow, I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell!
Shadow, what is he?
Alright, so we're in headquarters with another Rouge stage, and the funniest thing about this stage is that she says, I got to find that key first, but she has to collect 3 keys.
Well, the way I always saw it was all 3 keys make up 1 key, because when you look at the door, there's only 1 keyhole there, so, you know, I don't know.
So she's just gonna stick all 3 keys at once? Is that what she...
Kind of like, I was going to say Mario, but I think he only had 1 key. But some other game that I know where you had to have like 3 keys and it made up 1 key. That's what I think is going on here. That's always been my imagination anyway.
Yeah. So headquarters is another small stage that it kind of raises the spike for Rouge. That's the one thing from the treasure hunting, is that they actually did it right for the dark side, that the spike of the largeness is actually gradually getting bigger and bigger, because there's not much of a big difference between headquarters and Dry Lagoon. But for the knuckle stages, as I said beforehand, is Wild Canyon to Pumpkin Hill. That's where people really got messed up. I mean, you know, because also that I actually introduced one of my friends a couple of days ago to actually buy Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time, and he actually had the same problem. Pumpkin Hill, he actually spent about 10 to 15 minutes on that stage.
I have one thing to say to those people. DWI. Deal with it. It's a huge stage. You're gonna spend time there unless you practice and get better with your horrible treasure hunting skills, you know, or your beginner skills. I'll be nice, but seriously, it's not that. I mean, it's a huge, massive level, which is actually good to me anyway. Think about Red Mountain, how big that was. Of course, with the nerfed emerald hunting, I can see where. I mean, Emerald Radar, I could see where that could get frustrating, but if you know what to do, the Emerald's going to be one of 3 places. It's going to be either on Pumpkin Mountain, Church Mountain, or Ghost Train Mountain. And it may be in between, or it may be on a pumpkin on the outside of the level, but you got to prove how good you are. If I can beat that stage in under a minute, I think I've done it in under a minute on the leaderboards for the new Sonic Adventure 2 game. I think, you know, it's doable. It's just practice. You know, I understand if you're new, because when I first played it, I was like, man, this place is awesome. I got the dig claws, I got the dig now. And then it was like, yeah, the Emerald. I forgot all about that thing. Where is it? You know, and I'm like, oh, look at this train. You can put the switch, and it changes the tracks. And got ran over. You know, it's like, what's going on? And I hardly thought about finding the Emerald, but when I did, you're right, it did take a while. You know, it's going to take a while. But I don't think people should complain about it. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
As to add on to your explanation is that there are 3 sections for each treasure hunting stages. The 3 sections will always contain at least 1 emerald. And one of the good tips of completing the treasure hunting stage is actually using the rockets. Now, there's rockets in many places of the map, probably 3 to 4. And always use the rockets to actually scout the area around fast. Never try and climb up and stuff, because the climbing in this game is quite slow. And actually, you won't find a good deal of range with that anyway. It's always good to use the gliding abilities and on foot, I guess, but many places are broken up due to the platform, of course, and yeah, it's not really that hard to actually say that you would actually get that, though the 3 Master Emeralds really fast. It just kind of takes long to actually get used to it first, then you'll actually get more into it as the range goes on. But one huge difference I liked about the Treasure Hunters compared to SA2 and SA1 is that they actually have better themes, more enemies this time that actually want to try and attack you, and more setups to actually try and find a way to actually get the Master Emerald. Now, Lost World for Knuckles in Sonic Adventure 1 was okay, because it actually had the war planning, and also the Sky Deck was quite good, because you can switch the stages, but there wasn't much to do, and that's why I said that Sonic Adventure 2, they actually expanded the horizon on the Treasure Hunter gameplay, and try to make it much more into the 3D style Sonic gameplay. Well, for 3D Sonic games in the future, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's a space transporter. The destination has been set to Ark. Wasn't that space colony shut down over 50 years ago? What's he doing up there anyway? Doesn't matter. It's my mission to find out what he's up to.
So this is the space colony Ark. I have to locate the central control room that Shadow mentioned before he left.
Okay, so we're at Lost Colony now, and just before we had that cutscene. Now, you know about this, but did you know that Easter egg when Rouge actually twirled is actually the actual same stance that Gale does in Space Channel 5?
No, I didn't know that, because unfortunately I never got a chance to play Space Channel 5, and I'm too lazy to buy it on Xbox.
Yeah, that's the same type of stance she does. And also there's a lot of Easter egg cameos from other Sega titles in this game. And one of the apparent cameos that was in the original Sonic Adventure they had to bring was Big, the cat.
Of course. And I feel sorry for the people that grew up with the GameCube version of this game, because they didn't get to see Big get ran over by trucks and trains, and get to see him burning to death and just plain dying. He was in the most absurd positions. He was on top of a blimp at one point in one of the stages, and he was like, "What are you doing up there? Do you need help? I can help you." I was like, what the flip's going on? And he's just like, "What are you doing, Big? Like, seriously, come on."
Yeah, get off the game, Big. Breaking the game. But yeah, onto our first upgrade for Eggman. We have got the hover.
Yes, and this is such a godsend. It's going to help me not die in every single stage from here on out. Except for Weapons Bed, where I was attacked and brutally murdered. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about where Eggman is right now. He's on the Space Colony Ark. This stage is called Lost Colony. The reason why it's lost is because it's been shut down, of course. As we know, it's been shut down for 50 years. Why was it shut down? Does anyone know? Can you tell me, Blue?
Yes.
No, you can't. So let me tell you.
Can.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you tell your
No, you talk. Yeah.
Go.
Okay. I think it's shut down because of the experiments from Dr. Joe DeBotnik.
Yes and no. Yes, it was shut.
Yeah. And that because that he died, they had to cancel the project. So nobody didn't even know how to even operate the project. Because what they did, they infiltrated his base here, tried to take all of the information there that he's trying to create for this human mankind project. Killed him, took his granddaughter, and then Shadow is just captured by a gun and then got trapped in that place. So then once they tried to open up what Gerald Robotnik was doing, they couldn't. So then they just planned to just close it down anyway. Is that right? Am I right?
From a certain point of view, yes, you are correct. From my point of view, I'm just gonna say this. They knew the entire time that he was building weapons of mass destruction. Luckily, this game came out a few months before September 11th, and this is the first time I ever heard someone say weapons of mass destruction in this game. When Shadow said it. But anyway, they knew that he was not necessarily up to no good, but they knew that something wasn't right. Something wasn't going on, something wasn't going right here at the space colony. He was doing research projects to try to cure Maria, I believe. She had a human immunodeficiency, some sort of disease that was uncurable. That was one of his projects, and that was one of the reasons why Shadow was created. In terms, as we later find out in Shadow the Hedgehog, he was created to be a weapon of mass destruction to destroy whatever Black Doom wanted him to destroy. Of course, Professor Gerald reprogrammed, created some programming inside of Shadow that, prevented that from happening. Mm-hmm. However, the military's presence here on the Ark was at first just to inspect, hey, how's your projects coming along? And then they wanted to take over the project maliciously, not as, we're protecting mankind. They wanted to use these weapons of mass destruction to their own benefit. And Dr. Gerald wouldn't let him. He was a good guy, everybody. He was a good guy. If you read the comics, you find some of this stuff out. He created Shadow to somewhat protect the world, even though he created Shadow to also destroy it. And the military wanted to use Shadow to their own benefit. So they killed Maria in the crossfire, and that's what drove Professor Gerald insane. And we'll find all that out later, of course, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where we are right now. We're on the Ark.
I've been waiting for you, Doctor. Now, I will show the glorious achievement of what the world's leading scientist, Professor Gerald, has created. The Ark was the first space colony created by mankind. Not many people know that the Ark contained a top-secret research facility where weapons of mass destruction were being created. This is one of them, a weapon capable of destroying an entire planet, codenamed the Eclipse Cannon.
Destroying an entire planet? Was this my grandfather's legacy?
But it's been deactivated for some time now. To reactivate it, large amounts of energy are necessary.
Oh, so that's why we needed the Chaos Emerald.
Exactly. To reactivate the machine, we need the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Once you have that, then you have the ultimate power of destruction to use as you please. And then, the world could be yours.
Sounds like a plan. I like the way you think, Shadow. I will get the Chaos Emeralds, use the machine to dominate the world and build a legacy of my own.
Do you really think it will be that easy? I've got a great idea. How about making a deal?
A deal?
When you grabbed that huge emerald, you said something about a reaction. A reaction that it may have with the Master Emerald. Now, if you could just let me borrow that radar, I may be able to help you. What do you think?
If I do, what's in it for me?
I have an idea where the other Chaos Emeralds may be. I may not look like it, but do you know that I am a treasure hunter that specializes in all kinds of jewels?
very well.
Okay then, it's a deal. I don't think we've been introduced. I'm Rouge the Bat, but you can call me Rouge.
Having to come back isn't my idea of a vacation. How can you be sure your intelligence reports are correct? Why would the Chaos Emeralds be here on the island? Are you absolutely sure?
Well, believe what you want to believe.
Very well, very well. Let's discuss how we are going to do this. I will go in first and distract the military troops, allowing you to sneak in the base without being detected. Then, Shadow will enter the armory, where he will set the timer on these dynamite packs. Once that is in place, we will blow up the whole island and get away before anyone has a chance to know what hit them. Meanwhile, you'll have to sneak into the cargo area and grab the Chaos Emerald. That's a challenge for such a worthy treasure hunter as yourself, isn't it, Batgirl? We only have 30 minutes to pull this mission off, and we only get one try, so don't fail me.
So we're on to Weapons Bed. So during that cutscene, Rouge introduces herself to Dr. Eggman and Shadow, and now they're working together. Now this is the first relationship of Team Dark. Finally get together, they say, hey, how's it going? We're gonna work together, we're gonna conquer the world. Well, not exactly conquer the world, because they all have their own different perspectives.
True. Shadow's looking for revenge, Dr. Robotnik just wants to be renowned and have everybody panic and fear, and Rouge just wants her jewels.
Yeah, it's pretty convincing and interesting to me, because this is where the plot gets really interesting for me personally. They all team up together, but they all have their own way. This is what I call like a dynamic effect for the game to actually happen. That you will be, like in the future games, like, I know what's going to happen, I know what's going to happen. And then probably does, probably won't, but it's kind of suspense you get. And that's why I actually enjoyed going through the dark story in this game rather than the hero's side story.
I was brutally murdered. I agree. This is pretty dynamic. This, when I was a kid, you know, playing this is a really deep story for me to grasp. I mean, I was like 12. Actually, I was just about to turn 13 when I got this. I was like 5-6 days away from my birthday. And I just remember, like, man, I was just enthralled by the story. It was like, I couldn't guess what was going to happen. I'm like, okay, I know this Shadow guy. I saw him on the website. He's black. You know, is he going to be, like, evil, like Metal Sonic evil? Or is he just going to be, like, anti-Sonic? Or is he going to be really good but mysterious? You know, because on the website, they said, oh, there's this mysterious new Hedgehog. And there's this Rouge treasure hunter match. And you can go see the website now. It's still up. In fact, I'll post a link on our YouTube.
Did you know, yeah, also that he was supposed to be the Dark Sonic? Or should I say the reflection of evil Sonic?
Oh,
the first production of Sonic Adventure 2 is that he was supposed to be evil Sonic, Dark Sonic, as they say. Like, that's kind of like a copy, kind of how Mario actually did it, when they actually eventually did do evil Mario in Super Mario Sunshine. But yeah, you know, Sonic Adventure 2 got that idea out first. That they evil have the side, but you know, they could actually say evil Mario could be Wario, but he's not much of an evil guy.
Well, I got my own. I'm just joking. Nah, Mario's all good, of course. But that's interesting because I've never played Mario Sunshine. That's just about when I fell out of the Nintendo scene with the GameCube. It was the last console. I never got that console until I got a Wii, and I didn't care about anything else besides Knights and Sonic. But you know, that's I never knew that Shadow was supposed to be like anti-Sonic. I just knew what the website told me, because that's back when I really started using the internet for Sonic the Hedgehog. And I was like, man, this Shadow guy, he's gonna be deep. I didn't know he skated. I didn't know anything about him besides his cover pose, you know.
just before we finish off, I was going to quickly explain about the checkpoint awards. Now, this is the first game that actually has checkpoint awards in this game, or the franchise, and basically the checkpoint awards is how much rings you collect past the checkpoint. So after you collect 20 rings, that's when you can get checkpoints. So 20 to 8 is about boxes of, let's say, 5 rings, 10 rings, and 20 rings. After you get to 85, that's when you get a speed up shoe. And then once you go past 100, you get a shield power up. If you already got the shield power up, you get the lightning shield, where you collect all the rings and stuff. And that's it.
Right.
Okay, everyone ready? Shadow, Rouge, on with the show!
Oh, Sonic! I thought I'd never see you again. I'm so glad you made it. You're not Sonic. Who are you?
I'm the one that should be asking that.
Dr. Eggman.
Leave it to me! I'll take care of her. You two, go! Give up,
Boy, am I glad to see you. Give us, Amy.
Okay, so that's it for the first episode. Thanks for you guys for watching. Thanks for TK being a great guest. And thanks for advertising our channel, Sith26. Be sure to check out his channel, www.youtube.com/Sith26. And we see you guys in the next episode.